I've actually done the same thing because I've been working at home for a long time, for about 6, 7 years now. Made some pretty good money, but I've always never been comfortable speaking in front of people. You know, and they you should do that. You've got lots to say, you've got a good stage presence and stuff. Yeah, but that scares me. I didn't want to do it. But when they, at the beginning of the week, put us into a training, and I started to go over some of the fears, that I had about it, and I see how much that they believe in me, and so that helps me believe in myself a lot, which is a lot of what I want to talk about, because that's very, very powerful. Like there's a lot of people who talk about that today. Believe in yourself, and that you can do this. So while you guys are here, I'm experiencing the same thing that a lot of you guys are here. You guys are experiencing. You're coming here to Alicia and Nevada, believe in yourself. I've been successful making some money, but I'm doing it right now, releasing my Nevada out here in front of you guys to share it with you. I'm in a really, really good place in my life. This has been the last year. It's been the best year of my life, personally, financially. I've made the most money that I've ever had in the past year. It's actually a little over $500,000, and I know the results not typical, and if anybody wants to see the income display, make sure we can get the girls out here. but I wanted to let you know I feel really good about where I am and what I've accomplished. And but it hasn't always been that way. I don't know, some of you probably know my story, some of you might not, but the last job I had, I worked at a ready-mix concrete plant. I was a dispatcher, which means that when construction or contracting would call and need concrete for the job sites, I would be the one that took the call and scheduled the job and send the truck out, and I'd tell the truck driver where to go to the next job, and at the time, a family friend gave me that job, and I really needed something for my family, and so I'm grateful to that person for that, and I always will be. So I don't know if you guys, if you've gone to work or you're driving up, for me, I'm driving to the Dusty Rock Quarry, get out of my car, go inside a double-wide trailer that was paneling wood and kind of smelled like a mixture of motor oil and cigarette smoke and Edo and whatever else inside there. Then I go sit down at my desk and my little cubicle, and I'm like, God, I meant for more than this. Okay. I can do more. I meant for more. You guys ever feel like that when you go to work and you're just sitting there and I feel like that my whole life with everything I've done. I went to community college after high school. I never really knew, what I wanted to do. I just felt like I was going through the motions. And some of the times I'd sit in class and I'd just be like, what am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just feel like I'm doing what people think I should be doing, but I don't know why. So that was I struggled with that a lot. And it also sucks too when I'm sitting down and the guy next to me has been doing the same job for 30 years, makes like $4.50 more an hour than I do. So it's like there's really nothing to look forward to. And I started working in a lot when I was younger, because my parents never just handed me money, so I was always doing entrepreneurial things. Me and my brother would spray paint people's addresses on their curbs for like $7. We'd go through the neighborhood and do that. And that's how I buy like my mountain bikes and stuff, all the things that I wanted to do. But I started working when I was 14 years old as a dishwasher, and it didn't take me very long to realize this is not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I don't want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life, but I didn't know how to do it or how to get there or what to do. So I started dabbling in like the work at home industry and things like that when I was younger. I was like 17, 18 years old. That's when I first got my start. And I tried and failed for probably about 4 years. Any story that you guys could probably tell me, I've been through the same thing. You sign up for something, you got scammed, you got lied to, somebody told you promise the world, as soon as they got your money, or whatever, you don't hear from them again, and the company shuts down the next week or something. Anything you can think of, I've gone through that too. I went through all that stuff. For 4 years. So during that time, that's when I would work jobs. I needed to have money while I was doing it, but I didn't understand, how to actually get there and what to do. So the last job that I had, working at the ready-mix concrete plant, I got. What really just made the difference for me was when my wife called me at work and said, "Hey, we're pregnant." And at the time, I was like 23. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, Sitting there going, I mean, are you sure? She's like, well, I peed on the stick like 5 times. Okay, you know, it's something that you should be like overly excited about. The first thing that came to my mind is, well, like, how are we gonna do this? I mean, how is it, you know, the first thing that comes to your mind is, how are we gonna pay for this? How are we gonna do this? And that's not the right way to feel. Not having the money, not feeling like you're not able to take care of your baby, you know, because the things you need cribs and clothes and food and all that kind of stuff. And I was barely living paycheck to paycheck and have enough to pay the rent and pay our car payments and have enough left over to go out on the weekend sometimes. And that's how we lived. So I didn't know what we were going to do. You know, so that's what really motivated me to get back into working for myself online at home so I could be there with my family and make some money so I could support us. So while the 9 months while she was pregnant, that's when I started, dabbling back in it. I make a little bit of money, but like Dave said, make $1.50 commission, but spend $900 to make it type stuff, So it was a lot of that same type of ridiculous stuff. But the moment that it really changed for me is when my first son, my oldest son, CJ, was born. I saw him. He came out and he was this perfect little person, half me, half my wife. And I said, that's it. I found my why. I knew what I wanted, and that is when I made that decision, it was very, very, very powerful because it was like, failure is not an option. I'm not even, failure is not even there. I can't do it because I have to succeed to make money for my family, because I don't want to bring up this little child and not be able to take care of him. But that was for me, that was my why. I mean, how many of you guys have kids in here? So that doesn't make me any different than everybody who raised their hands. That's just what my why was. That's what made me decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is it. This is why I'm going to make the decision to move forward. But how many people raise your hands are on the cell phone parenting plan where you get to see your kids all nice and new kids pretty much? Because you're working all the time, it sucks. That's not how it. I try to explain that to my children too. Like, hey guys, mom and dad are going to be here all the time. We're here. We don't miss your martial arts, your baseball, your school plays. We take you to and from school. By now, it's like, a lot of people, mom and daddies, they have to work and they don't get to see their parents. They don't get to see him until the evening, until they get off work, or until they get home from school. But for other people, it's when you make that decision and you decide, like I said, it's very, very